this is Ssahng Jeol Bong, lesson number 1. So the first thing is, this is what we call Ssahng Jeol Bong in DTA. The history of this weapon is that farmers used to have something like this. They used to separate the grain from the chaff during harvests. And so, in keeping with the way it was back then, they used whatever was handy as a weapon. Only the upper class had real weapons, and the lower class farmers, they had to use whatever was handy. So this is one of their farming tools that became a weapon as well. So safety, let's talk a little bit about safety. We only want to practice with our parents' permission. We don't want to show off to our friends. We don't want to take these to a school. We don't want to carry these onto a plane. If you're going to take a plane ride, you need to take them to, say, to a tournament or something. In your checked luggage. Talk to your parents about where you should keep this. This is a weapon. And when you're practicing, whether at home or at school or at the dojo, make sure that you always have enough room around you that you're not going to hit anybody or anything. Make sure that safety is first. Okay. First thing we're going to go over is how to hold the Ssahng Jeol Bong. So to hold the Ssahng Jeol Bong, we want to hold such that we are holding close to the top for control. Our thumb goes right at the top. And that's how we hold it. As we practice, we're going to drop our weapon occasionally. So if it does drop, make sure that if it drops next to somebody, you get their attention. You don't want to get hit, right? If they're practicing as well. So get their attention. You go down to one knee, you slide them together, and then you pick them up. Okay? So that's how we pick up a drop Ssahng Jeol Bong. All right, so let's start with a few warm-ups. So let's start with some wrist twists. Just gonna hold it in, twist our wrist. Get everything all kind of warmed up before we work on the next stuff. So let's switch hands. All right, we'll switch to a figure 8. So just make an 8 in the air, sideways 8 in the air, basically. Alright, and stop and switch hands. And we're going to do the same thing, figure 8s. Alright, and then let's go to what we call a high-low ready position. So that's where we're going to take your one hand and you're going to turn it upside down. So now you're kind of crossed, and then you're going to put it over your shoulder. Okay? And then bring it back. So we're straight across again, and then do the other hand. So the other hand comes up and under, and through, and over the shoulder. We're just kind of stretching out those shoulder muscles right now. All right, so when we're talking about weapons, we're talking about the 9 lines of attack. So line 1 starts in your upper right and goes to the bottom left. Line 2 starts in the upper left and goes to the bottom right. Line 3 will come straight across from your right to left. And number 4 goes straight across from left to right. All right. Number 5 will come from the bottom right and come up at a diagonal. Line 6 comes from the other side, left, and goes up. Number 7 comes straight up the middle. Line 8 comes straight down from the top. And line 9 is kind of a stabbing motion right to the middle. So to do that with our weapon, we will put it over our right shoulder. And let's get into a good back stance. So Front foot, the foot is pointed forward, back foot is at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to do a line 1. So line 1 is just that, line 1. Upper right to lower left. Upper right to lower left. Okay. Line 2 is going to go from upper left to lower right. So let's start off on the other shoulder. Okay, let's switch hands. Better. And we'll go upper left to lower right. Upper left to lower right. Okay. Let's switch hands again. We'll do line number 3. Line number 3 is going to come straight across. So, straight across. Line 4 is going to come back. So line 3, line 4. Okay. Line 5 is going to come from the bottom right to the upper left. So if we're down here, we're going to go up at an angle. So that's line 5. Okay. Line 6 will come from the other angle. So it's off at the left and goes to the right. Starts off at the lower left and goes to the upper right. All right, line 7 is going to come right up the middle. So we're going to come right up the middle. Okay. Line 8 is going to come right down from the top. So, okay. And line 9 is going to be that stabbing motion that we talked about, right in the middle, or it could be to the head. So you're just going to put them together and you're going to stab. So that's basically the 9 angles of attack. So what we want to make sure that we're doing is we want to practice those so that we kind of get used to them. Every weapon that we use in the ATA, we go over those 9 lines of attack. Okay? So the next thing we want to learn is the triangle strike. Okay? So I'm going to have you put it over your right shoulder, or whichever hand is stronger. We're going to do both sides, but it's best to start off with whichever hand you're used to, whichever hand has the more coordination, and then you switch to the other side once you kind of get it down. All right, so triangle strike, we're going to do that line 1 angle of attack, right? So it's going to end up at your hip with the handle sticking straight out. Okay, then you're going to bring it back over to the other hip. Notice that the handle is still hanging straight out. Okay, and then to bring it back up to our shoulder, so that would be the triangle, we are going to do 1 spin and then put it over our shoulder. All right, so triangle, hip, hip, and then spin up. Okay, again, hip, hip, spin up. Notice when I'm doing that spin up, that the bottom is coming around on the outside of my hand and not the inside. So, okay, just like that. So here, I'm coming out, spinning, and then putting it over my shoulder. That is also a strike. So we're coming here, we're going to strike somebody, and then we're going to put it over our shoulder. So again, the triangle strike, we go with the diagonal on the hip and spin up. Diagonal, hip, and then spin up. Okay? We'll do that about 20 times on one side. That'll get it down. And then you'll switch to the other side. Same thing. So from the other side, it would look like this. So getting that good back stance again. Come down to that triangle. Notice the handle sticking out. Other hip. And then we're gonna do that spin up again. So hip, hip, spin up, back over the shoulder. Back to our starting position. Okay? The other strike that we want to learn in this lesson, in this first lesson, is the V strike. So we'll get back in that good back stance. Okay? When we do that V strike, what we're going to do is we're going to come straight down, and our most back of my hand is what's going to hit my leg. Okay? And that's going to make that Ssahng Jeol Bong kind of curl around my leg, but in a good back stance, okay? And I'm going to put it back up over this shoulder, the opposite shoulder, and then I'm going to come back down and back up, okay? So let's do that, and we're going to do a spin up on the way back up. So shoulder, spin up, back over shoulder. So notice we're making that V, okay? And it's very important that you get that hand on that leg. If I try to do it, if I try to go straight down, I'm not likely to get that curl. Plus when I come back up, now my hand's kind of in a weird position. So let's make sure that we put that hand back to our leg, over our shoulder, back down, and then spin up, okay? Down, shoulder, down, spin up. So do that about 20 times on one arm, and then switch to the other arm. So this is what it looks like from the other side. Okay, we've got that good back stance. Those toes are pointed forward, these toes are out at a 90-degree angle. We've got this guard hand out here in front of us, and be straight. So curls around the thigh, up over the shoulder. Goes around that same thigh, spin up. So shoulder, shoulder, spin up. Okay? So that's lesson 1. I hope you enjoyed it and keep practicing, and on the next lesson we'll learn a little bit more.